He saved 2 Apache sisters in a blizzard. Their warrior brother came for blood. The wind howled across the snow-covered mountains, cutting through every layer of clothing like sharp knives. The landscape was a frozen white wilderness, stretching endlessly in every direction. Snow fell heavily, and the world seemed swallowed by the storm. Visibility was almost zero. The man walked carefully, each step sinking into the soft, thick snow as he tried to make his way along the treacherous path. His face was numb from the cold, and the bitter wind stung his eyes, but he moved forward steadily. He had learned long ago that hesitation in a storm like this could be deadly. Every step counted. He was traveling alone, carrying only the essentials in his pack: a blanket, some food, a few tools, and a small first aid kit. He had been crossing this part of the mountains for days, following a route that few dared to tread in winter. The storm had come faster than expected, and he now realized how dangerous the terrain could be when covered in deep snow. Large rocks were hidden beneath the white blanket, and ice-coated slopes were nearly invisible. He had to watch every step carefully to avoid slipping or falling. As he trudged forward, the man's sharp ears picked up a faint sound carried by the wind. At first, he wasn't sure. It could have been the wind itself, or perhaps the snow falling from the trees. But then he heard it again, a soft, trembling cry. It was human. Someone was in trouble. His heart quickened. He had learned in life to follow these instincts. When someone called for help, he could not ignore it. He moved cautiously toward the sound, his boots crunching softly against the snow. The blizzard made it difficult to see, and the wind tried to push him back at every step, but he pressed on. After a few tense minutes, shapes began to emerge through the white veil. 2 figures were barely visible, huddled together on a narrow ledge halfway up a slope. As he got closer, he could see that they were young women, shivering violently and struggling to stay upright. Their eyes were wide with fear, and their small frames seemed fragile against the harshness of the storm. "Hold on," he shouted, raising his voice so they could hear him over the wind. "I'm coming to help." The 2 sisters looked at him with a mixture of hope and suspicion. They were clearly frightened not just by the storm, but by the presence of a stranger. The man noticed that their clothing was thin and inadequate for the cold. Their faces were red and streaked with tears, their lips turning blue from the freezing wind. They were trapped on this ledge, unable to climb up or down safely. One misstep could send them tumbling down the slope into the icy ravine below. He quickly assessed the situation. There was no time to waste. The man took off his own coat and wrapped it around the sisters, offering them what little warmth he could. "We need to get you somewhere safe," he said firmly. "Follow me step by step. I won't let anything happen to you." The sisters nodded, trembling, and clung to him as best they could. One of them whispered, "Thank you, we didn't know if anyone would come." The man smiled briefly, trying to reassure them, though he knew that the storm was far from over. Using all his strength and experience, he carefully helped the sisters move along the slope. Each step was dangerous. The snow beneath their feet shifted unpredictably, and hidden ice threatened to make them slip. He guided them slowly, placing his hands firmly to support them and speaking in calm, encouraging words. "One step at a time, keep your balance, we'll make it." As they moved, the sisters shared small fragments of their story. They were part of a family that lived in these mountains, known for their strong traditions and protective nature. Their brother was a skilled and fearless warrior, dedicated to keeping his sisters safe. They had been caught outside by the storm while gathering supplies and had lost their way. They had tried to find shelter, but the snow had collapsed their small temporary shelter, leaving them exposed to the elements. The man listened carefully. He understood the gravity of their situation. Not only were they in immediate physical danger from the blizzard, but there were other risks as well. He could sense that their family, especially the brother, would be searching for them and might not be pleased to see strangers involved. Still, there was no time to worry about that yet. Their immediate survival was the priority. Hours passed as they slowly descended the mountain. The storm showed no sign of easing. Snowflakes swirled around them, stinging their faces and blurring their vision. The man kept talking to the sisters, keeping their spirits up. "We're almost there, just a little further." "Keep moving." His voice was firm but gentle, a lifeline in the raging blizzard. The sisters struggled to keep up, their small bodies exhausted and weak from the cold. One of them slipped on a hidden patch of ice, but the man caught her just in time. He held her close, checking her for injuries, and whispered, "It's okay. "I've got you. We're safe for now." The relief on her face was visible, even through the frost covering her cheeks. Eventually, they reached a small overhang that offered temporary shelter from the wind. It wasn't much, a narrow space between rocks, but it would protect them from the worst of the blizzard. The man quickly set down his pack and retrieved the supplies. He shared what little food they had and wrapped the sisters in extra blankets. He lit a small fire using a portable stove, the warmth slowly seeping into their frozen bodies. As they huddled around the meager warmth, the sisters began to open up more. They spoke of their home, their family, and the brother who would undoubtedly come searching. They spoke in hushed tones, fearing both the storm and the unknown intentions of the man who had saved them. But gradually, they began to trust him, seeing the care and determination in his actions. The man listened without judgment, offering advice and reassurance. "You're safe here for the night," he said. "The storm is strong, but we've made it this far. Tomorrow, when the wind calms, we can continue down to a safer place." The night was long and harsh. The wind continued to roar outside, and snow piled up around their small shelter. But inside, there was a fragile sense of security. The man kept watch, making sure the sisters stayed warm and alert. He spoke softly to them, telling stories and keeping their minds occupied so fear would not take over. Through the long hours, the sisters began to see the man not just as a stranger, but as a protector, someone willing to risk his own safety to help them. His courage and calmness were a beacon in the storm, giving them hope when all seemed lost. By the time the first light of dawn appeared, the storm had not fully ended, but it had weakened enough to allow cautious movement. The man helped the sisters stand, stretching their stiff muscles and preparing for the next leg of their journey. Their trust in him had grown, and they followed closely, relying on his guidance through the treacherous terrain. Even as they moved forward, the man remained vigilant. He knew that the journey was far from over. Snow-covered rocks, hidden ice, and sudden drops continued to make each step dangerous. Yet he pressed on, determined to bring the sisters to safety. The bond formed during the night in the shelter gave them strength. They moved as a unit, supporting each other, with the man leading the way. In the distance, faint signs of the valley below began to appear. Trees dotted the landscape, and the snow seemed less treacherous. A sense of cautious relief filled the group, but they knew the journey was not yet complete. The man remained alert, scanning the surroundings for hazards, while the sisters relied on his experience and strength. This first part of their ordeal had been a test of courage, endurance, and trust. The blizzard had been merciless, but it had also forged a connection between the man and the sisters, a bond born out of shared struggle and survival. Each step forward was a testament to their determination to live, and to the selflessness of the man who had risked his life to save two strangers in the mountains. Though the storm had not fully passed, they had survived the worst of it. The man knew that the coming hours would bring new challenges, but he was ready. He had saved the sisters from certain death that night, and he would continue to protect them until they were completely safe. In the frozen wilderness, where danger lurked at every turn, courage, quick thinking, and trust had become their lifeline. The story of that night would remain with them forever. A night when fear, cold, and peril met the unwavering courage of a man who refused to leave anyone behind. It was the beginning of a journey that none of them would ever forget, a journey that would test their limits, their hearts, and the bonds that survive even the fiercest storms. The morning after the blizzard's first fury, the snow still blanketed the mountains, but the storm had calmed enough to allow cautious movement. The man helped the two sisters adjust their heavy blankets and stretch their stiff limbs, their bodies still sore and frozen from the previous night. The wind was gentler now, though it still whistled through the bare branches and jagged rocks. The sun struggled to pierce the thick clouds, casting a pale gray light across the endless white landscape. Every step they took was still dangerous, but there was a sense of hope that had not been there before. The sisters had been silent for a while, exhausted from the ordeal of the night. Their eyes, though still wide and wary, now held a faint glimmer of trust. They looked at the man, realizing that he had saved their lives when no one else had appeared to help. One of them, the older sister, spoke softly. We didn't know anyone would come. We thought the mountain would take us." The man nodded gently. "The mountain is strong, yes, but you're stronger. You survived the storm." "That shows your courage." He smiled faintly, though his face was still red from the cold and wind. "Now we move carefully, one step at a time. Keep close to me." They began their descent down the slope, moving slowly and deliberately. The man led the way, testing the snow for hidden patches of ice and unstable rocks. The sisters followed, their hands brushing against his for support whenever the ground shifted beneath them. Each small step required concentration and balance, and the silence was filled with the occasional crack of snow or the distant groan of ice shifting beneath the weight of the snow. As they walked, the sisters began to share more about themselves. The younger one spoke first, her voice trembling slightly. "We live in a small village, our brother is very strong. He would do anything to protect us." She paused, shivering, and hugged her arms tightly around herself. "He's a warrior. He can be very dangerous if he thinks someone is harming us." The man listened carefully. "I understand," he said calmly, "and I want you to know I mean you no harm. I only want to help you get to safety." The sisters looked at him with a mixture of relief and uncertainty. It was hard to trust a stranger, especially in a time of danger. But his actions spoke louder than his words. They had survived the night because of him. The older sister nodded slowly. We believe you. We know you saved our lives." The man smiled faintly, feeling a small sense of satisfaction amidst the cold and exhaustion. But he knew there was no time to rest. The mountain was unforgiving and they still had a long way to go. The path ahead was treacherous. Snowdrifts blocked sections of the trail, and hidden rocks and ice patches threatened to send them tumbling down the slope. The man moved carefully, placing his feet with precision and testing the ground before each step. Whenever the sisters stumbled, he was there to catch them. Once the younger sister nearly slipped into a small crevice hidden beneath the snow. The man's hands shot out, grabbing her coat and pulling her back to safety. "Careful," he said softly. "Watch your step. These mountains hide dangers even when they seem calm." Despite the hardships, the sisters began to open up more. They told stories of their village, their home, and the traditions they cherished. The older sister spoke of the elders who taught them survival skills and the values of courage and loyalty. The younger one talked about her love for the mountains, even though they had been so cruel to her in this storm. The man listened, fascinated. He had spent much of his life in the wilderness, but there was something different about these sisters. Their strength, resilience, and connection to their land were remarkable. He could see why their brother was so fiercely protective. They were not only his family, but also capable and determined in their own right. As they moved further down the mountain, the storm's aftermath became more apparent. Trees were bent under the weight of the snow, branches broken and scattered across the path. Rocks had shifted, and small avalanches had carved new trails down the slopes. The man led the sisters around each obstacle, carefully explaining where to step and how to maintain balance. Occasionally, they would stop to rest. The man would make small fires in safe spots, melting snow for water and offering what little food he had left. The sisters ate sparingly, still recovering from the cold and exhaustion of the previous night. They wrapped themselves tightly in blankets, grateful for the warmth and the brief moments of safety. During one rest, the older sister spoke again, her voice serious. "Our brother, he will come for us. He will be angry that we were out here and that someone helped us." The man nodded thoughtfully. "Then we must prepare. We need to move carefully and stay aware, but right now our focus is survival. Step by step we'll get through this." The younger sister looked at him nervously. What will happen when he finds us?" The man paused, choosing his words carefully. "He will see that you are safe and that no harm has come to you." Sometimes people can be angry when they are worried, but anger can change when they understand the truth. The sisters nodded, though they still looked worried. The man could sense the tension in them, the fear of the unknown. He kept talking, keeping their minds focused on the journey and not on their worries. "We move slowly, carefully, and together. That is how we survive. That is how we stay safe." Hours passed, and the snow began to thin slightly. The wind was less fierce, and the sun struggled to shine through the clouds. The man led the sisters toward a lower part of the mountain, where the terrain was less steep and more navigable. The snow was still deep, but the dangers were fewer, and the sisters began to regain some confidence in their steps. Along the way, the man taught them small survival tips: how to test the snow for stability, how to use rocks for balance, and how to conserve energy in the cold. The sisters listened intently, absorbing every word. They realized that their lives depended not just on the man's strength, but also on their own ability to follow instructions and stay alert. The journey also gave them time to reflect. The sisters began to see the man not just as a rescuer, but as a companion. He was calm under pressure, patient, and resourceful. They felt a growing trust in him, a recognition that he would not abandon them no matter how difficult the journey became. As the day progressed, they reached a small clearing surrounded by trees. The man decided this would be a good place to rest before continuing further down. He set up a small fire, melting snow for water and offering the sisters some food. They ate quietly, their faces tired but grateful. While they rested, the man noticed signs that someone had been following them, footprints partially covered by snow, small broken branches indicating recent movement. He didn't panic, but he made a mental note to stay alert. He knew that the sisters' brother could be close, tracking them with skill and determination. The sisters sensed his concern. Is he here?" the younger one asked softly. The man shook his head. "Not yet, but we must be prepared. We move carefully and we stay aware. That is the best protection we have." The sisters nodded, understanding that their journey was far from over. They wrapped themselves in blankets and rested as best they could, conserving energy for the next stage of the descent. The man stayed close, keeping watch through the dim light of the afternoon. Even as they rested, the bond between them grew stronger. The sisters began to rely not just on his strength, but on his judgment and experience. They asked questions, listened to his advice, and followed his instructions without hesitation. They had learned that survival required trust, teamwork, and courage. As the sun began to lower in the sky, the man knew they needed to continue moving. The mountain was still dangerous, and nightfall would bring new hazards. He helped the sisters to their feet, checking their clothing and supplies. "We continue now," he said, "step by step, slowly, carefully." They moved on, descending the mountain with caution. The path was still challenging, but the sisters had gained confidence in their movements. They followed the man closely, trusting him to guide them safely. Each step was a reminder of the night they had survived, of the storm they had endured, and of the bond that had formed in the face of danger. Though the day had been exhausting, there was a sense of progress. The storm had passed, the path was clearer, and the sisters were growing stronger. The man felt a quiet satisfaction, knowing that they had come this far without injury, but he also knew that their journey was not over. Challenges still lay ahead, and the presence of the warrior brother loomed in the background, a potential threat they could not yet see. The day ended with a sense of cautious hope. They found a small grove where they could rest for the night, protected from the wind. The man set up a fire and the sisters huddled close, feeling the warmth seep into their cold bodies. They were tired, but alive. They had survived the blizzard, navigated dangerous terrain, and begun to trust a stranger who had risked his life for them. That night, as the wind whispered through the trees and the snow sparkled in the pale moonlight, the man kept watch. The sisters slept, their faces relaxed for the first time since the storm began. He reflected on the journey so far, knowing that the real challenges were still ahead. The warrior brother was somewhere out there, and the story of survival had only just begun. In the quiet of the night, the bond between them deepened, a bond forged in fear, trust, and the shared will to survive. The man knew that this journey was more than just a descent from the mountain. It was a test of courage, loyalty, and the strength of the human spirit. And he was determined to see it through to the end. The following morning, the air was crisp and cold, and the snow beneath their feet was firmer than the day before. The man led the sisters down a gentler slope, though every step still required caution. The storm had left its mark across the mountains, with broken branches, hidden ice, and snowdrifts forcing them to move slowly. The sisters, though stronger than the previous day, still leaned heavily on him for support. As they moved, the man could sense that something had changed. The atmosphere carried a subtle tension that he could not ignore. His eyes scanned the landscape carefully. Snow-covered trees and rocky outcrops provided hiding places for any observer, and he instinctively noted each possible vantage point. He had survived many harsh conditions in the wilderness, but the presence of unseen watchers always triggered caution. The sisters walked silently beside him, sensing his alertness. They had grown to trust him, but there was still fear in their eyes. The older sister whispered, "He is close. I can feel it. My brother, he is coming for us." The man nodded, acknowledging her words. "We must stay calm. We keep moving, stay alert, and be ready. Remember, our focus is safety. Everything else comes after that." The younger sister shivered and asked softly, What will he do when he finds us?" The man considered his answer carefully. He may be angry at first, but we have done nothing wrong. We have only tried to protect you. When he sees that, there is a chance he will understand. They continued down the mountain, navigating treacherous patches of snow and hidden ice. At one point, the older sister nearly lost her footing on a slick slope. The man caught her arm just in time, pulling her close to steady her. "Careful," he said calmly. "Watch each step." "Don't rush." She nodded, her face pale but determined, realizing that their survival depended on every careful movement. The sisters had begun to notice subtle signs that they were being followed. Small impressions in the snow, branches bent unnaturally, and broken twigs indicated that someone had tracked them through the storm. The man, aware of their growing unease, said quietly, "Yes, someone has been following us, but we are prepared. We move carefully and we stay aware. That is our protection." Hours passed as they moved slowly down the mountainside. The sisters relied on him not only for physical support but also for reassurance. The older sister, after a pause, spoke with a hint of nervous pride. "He is strong, my brother. He is not a man to be taken lightly. If he finds us, he will want to fight. He will be furious." The man listened intently, nodding. "Then we must be ready. We will stay calm and explain. Show him that no harm has been done and that your lives are safe." The sisters exchanged worried glances, but the man's calm and steady presence gave them courage. They realized that their survival depended on his guidance, and they trusted his judgment completely. As the afternoon wore on, the wind began to pick up again and the temperature dropped. Snow swirled lightly around them and shadows stretched across the mountain slopes. The man's eyes remained alert, scanning for any movement. Then, without warning, a figure emerged from behind a cluster of snow-covered trees. The figure was tall and imposing, his eyes sharp and focused. His posture was tense, his movements deliberate and calculated. The sisters froze. The older one whispered, "It is him, my brother." The man immediately stepped in front of the sisters, placing himself as a protective barrier. He studied the figure carefully. The brother was a skilled warrior, evident in his confident stance, the precision of his movements, and the intensity of his gaze. He had clearly been tracking them, and now he had caught up. "Who are you?" the brother demanded, his voice firm and commanding. "Why are you with my sisters?" The man raised his hand slightly, signaling peace. "I am a friend," he said calmly. "I found them during the storm, trapped and in danger. I have done nothing to harm them. I only helped them survive." The brother's eyes narrowed, but he did not attack immediately. He studied the man, trying to gauge the truth of his words. The sisters stepped forward slightly, showing subtle support for the man. Their trust in him was clear, and it spoke louder than any explanation he could give. "I risked my life to save you," the man continued, his voice steady. "The storm was fierce, and you could have died. I only guided you to safety. That is all I have done." The brother's expression shifted slightly. Anger was still present, but there was a flicker of understanding in his eyes. He was a man of honor, raised with a strong sense of loyalty and responsibility. He valued courage, truth, and protection of family. He could see that the man had acted selflessly and that his sisters were alive because of him. The younger sister spoke softly, her voice trembling. "Brother, he saved us. He did not hurt us. He only wanted to help." The older sister added, "He guided us through the storm. He kept us safe. We owe him our lives." The brother's gaze softened as he looked at his sisters. He could see the truth in their eyes, the fear, relief, and trust they felt for this man. His anger began to subside, replaced by a cautious respect. He lowered his stance slightly, still tense but no longer ready to attack. The man remained calm, sensing the shift in the brother's demeanor. He spoke with quiet confidence. "I understand your concern. You are a protective brother, and that is admirable. I respect that. But your sisters are safe, and my actions were only to ensure their survival." The brother studied him for a long moment, weighing his words against what he had observed. The man's composure, the way he had cared for the sisters, and the truth in the sisters' voices all contributed to a growing sense of trust. Slowly, the tension in his body eased. You saved them," the brother said finally, his voice softer. "You risked your life to protect them," the man nodded. "Yes, I only wanted to help them survive the storm, nothing more." The sisters moved closer to the man, showing solidarity and reinforcing their trust in him. The brother's eyes flicked between them and the man, and he could see the bond that had formed through shared struggle and hardship. His protective instincts remained strong, but his judgment was clear. This man had acted honorably. After a tense silence, the brother spoke again. "You have proven your courage and your honesty. I see now that you did no wrong. My sisters are alive because of you. For that, I respect you." The sisters exhaled in relief, their faces lighting up with gratitude. The younger one whispered, thank you for understanding." The man smiled faintly. "It was my duty to help. You are safe now, and that is all that matters." The brother's expression softened further, and he stepped back slightly, lowering his guard completely. The tension that had filled the air moments before dissipated, replaced by a quiet understanding. He had come for blood, driven by anger and protective instincts, but he recognized the truth. This stranger had saved his sisters' lives. The man, the sisters, and the brother stood together in the snow, the storm's remnants swirling around them. There was a sense of mutual respect, a silent acknowledgement of courage, loyalty, and trust. The bond between the man and the sisters was clear, and the brother now recognized it as well. For the rest of the afternoon, they moved together down the mountain. The man guided the sisters, and the brother watched closely, ensuring their safety while observing the man's skill and judgment. The journey was still difficult, but now they faced it as a united group rather than a trio of individuals filled with fear and suspicion. As the sun began to lower in the sky, they reached a safer area with fewer hazards and more stable ground. The man set up a small fire and they all rested, sharing food and water. The sisters spoke quietly with their brother, explaining the events of the past day. The brother listened, nodding in understanding, and the man remained calm, allowing the family to reunite while maintaining his role as protector. The evening passed quietly, with the cold mountain air pressing in around them. The man kept watch, alert to any remaining dangers, but the tension that had defined the day had eased. The warrior brother, once ready to strike, now recognized the man's honor and bravery. The sisters were safe, and the bond formed through shared hardship had been solidified. As night fell, they prepared to rest in the safety of the cleared area. The man remained vigilant, though he trusted the brother's presence to provide additional protection. The sisters huddled close, warm and comforted by the presence of both men. For the first time in days, they felt a sense of security that went beyond mere survival. The events of that day would remain etched in their memories. The storm, the peril, and the confrontation that could have ended in tragedy but instead ended in respect and understanding. The journey had tested courage, loyalty, and the bonds of trust. It had also revealed that even in the harshest conditions, humanity's best qualities, compassion, bravery, and honor, could prevail. The first light of dawn painted the mountain peaks with a soft, pale glow, casting long shadows over the snow. The storm had fully passed now, leaving the air crisp, quiet, and sharp. The man, the two sisters, and their warrior brother gathered their belongings and prepared to continue the descent. Though the worst of the blizzard was behind them, the journey was far from over. The mountain was still steep in places, the snow deep, and patches of ice lurked around rocks and tree roots, waiting to trip the unwary. The man led the way, scanning the path ahead for hazards, guiding the sisters carefully with steady hands and calm instructions. The warrior brother followed close behind, alert and watchful. There was no tension now, only respect and cautious cooperation. The sisters walked between the two men, occasionally holding one of their hands for balance. Their faces were pale but calm, the fear of the storm replaced by gratitude and a growing sense of trust in the man who had saved them. As they moved, the sisters spoke softly to their brother, recounting the events of the past 2 days. "He guided us through the storm," the older sister said. "He never left us even when it was dangerous. He kept us alive." The younger sister added, "I was so afraid, but he was there. I could feel it. He would not let anything happen to us." The warrior brother listened quietly, nodding. His eyes met the man's briefly, and there was an unspoken understanding between them. He could see that this stranger had acted selflessly, with courage and skill, and he recognized the bond that had formed between him and his sisters. It was a bond forged in hardship, one that had survived the storm and earned his respect. The descent continued slowly. Every step required careful attention, but the sisters had grown stronger and more confident under the man's guidance. He continued to give them advice, pointing out where the snow was unstable or where ice could cause a dangerous slip. The warrior brother occasionally offered tips as well, teaching them how to balance themselves or how to test the snow with their feet. Together, the group moved steadily, careful but determined. Along the way, the man and the brother shared a quiet conversation. "You are a skilled warrior," the man said softly, walking beside him. "I can see why your sisters trust you so much. You have protected them well." The brother nodded. "They are my family. I will do anything for them, but I also see that you have risked your life to protect them." "That takes courage, that takes honor," the man smiled faintly. "It was the right thing to do. They needed help and I could provide it, that is all." The warrior brother looked at him seriously. Few would have had the courage to act in such a storm. "You earned my respect, stranger. Not many men would risk themselves for two young women in such conditions." The man felt a sense of quiet satisfaction, though he knew there was still work to do. The descent was long and the mountain still held dangers. He kept his eyes on the path, leading the sisters carefully, while the brother continued to watch over them from behind. Hours passed, and the snow gradually became less deep. The slope eased and the trees grew more frequent, offering some shelter from the wind. The sisters walked with more confidence now, their steps firmer and more deliberate. They still leaned on the man at times, but they no longer trembled with fear. The experience of surviving the storm and trusting him had strengthened them, giving them courage that they had not known before. During a brief rest, the sisters sat together on a large fallen tree, their blankets wrapped around their shoulders. They shared a quiet conversation about the night and the storm, reflecting on how close they had come to disaster. "I can't believe we survived," the younger sister whispered. "If he hadn't come," the older sister nodded, squeezing her sibling's hand. "We owe him everything. He saved our lives. He showed us courage and patience when we needed it most." The warrior brother stood nearby, his eyes scanning the area. He had come to understand that the man had acted with honesty and honor, risking his own life to save the sisters. The bond between the man and his sisters had grown into something powerful, a mixture of trust, respect, and gratitude. The brother could see it clearly, and it strengthened his respect for the man even further. They continued their descent, moving carefully along the mountain trail. Small challenges appeared along the way: a partially frozen stream, a narrow ledge with a steep drop, and hidden ice beneath thin snow. Each obstacle required attention and teamwork. The man and the warrior brother guided the sisters step by step, giving instructions and support, ensuring that no one slipped or fell. At one point, the group reached a section where the snow had formed a small drift over a hidden ravine. The sisters hesitated, unsure if the drift would hold their weight. The man knelt and tested the snow with a stick, finding a safe path across. He guided the sisters carefully, one at a time, holding their hands and keeping them steady. The warrior brother followed closely, ready to assist if needed. The sisters crossed safely, their confidence growing with each successful step. As they moved further, the terrain became gentler. The valley below began to appear, a hint of green and brown breaking through the white snow. The journey was far from over, but the danger was lessening. The sisters walked with more energy now, their steps lighter, and their spirits lifted. They could see the world beyond the mountains, a world that seemed full of hope and life after the harshness of the storm. The warrior brother finally spoke, his voice calm but firm. "You have proven your skill and your courage," he said to the man. "Not many would have survived the storm and guided my sisters safely. You have my respect fully earned." The man nodded, appreciating the recognition but remaining modest. "I did what was necessary. The important thing is that your sisters are safe. That is what matters." The sisters smiled, their faces bright with relief and gratitude. "Thank you," the older sister said softly. "You have done more for us than we could ever repay. We are alive because of you." The younger sister added, "We will never forget this. You saved our lives and gave us hope when we were afraid." The man felt a quiet warmth in his chest. He had not expected recognition or reward. His actions had been motivated purely by the need to help and protect. But the gratitude of the sisters and the respect of their brother was more than he could have hoped for. As the sun began to lower in the sky, the group reached the edge of the valley. The snow was lighter here, and the path was less steep. The trees were taller and thicker, offering shelter and a sense of security. The sisters' steps became quicker, their movements more confident. The warrior brother walked beside them, still vigilant but visibly relaxed. The man and the warrior brother exchanged a glance, a silent understanding passing between them. They had faced danger, uncertainty, and the raw power of the storm together. They had protected the sisters, and in doing so, they had forged a bond of mutual respect. Both knew that this experience would stay with them forever. As they reached the bottom of the mountain, the sisters ran ahead slightly, laughing softly as they felt the warmth of the valley and the safety of the gentler terrain. The man and the warrior brother followed, keeping a watchful eye but feeling a sense of relief. The ordeal of the storm, the dangers of the mountains, and the tension of the brothers' arrival were behind them now. They finally reached a small clearing where the sun shone fully, the snow melting slightly under its warmth. The sisters stopped and turned to face the man and their brother. "We are safe," the older sister said, her voice filled with emotion. "Because of you, we are alive and unharmed," the warrior brother nodded. "He kept you safe," he said to the sisters, "and he did so with honor and courage. That is something worth respecting and remembering." The man smiled, feeling the weight of the journey lift slightly. "Your courage helped too," he said gently. "You trusted me, followed instructions, and stayed strong. That is how we survived together." The sisters embraced each other, and the warrior brother placed a protective hand on their shoulders. There was a sense of closure in the air, a feeling that the ordeal had ended, and that safety and trust had been fully restored. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the valley, the group made their way toward the village below. The sisters' home was visible in the distance, and the thought of warmth, family, and familiarity brought smiles to their faces. The warrior brother walked closely beside the man, acknowledging silently that they had faced the storm together and survived. By the time they reached the edge of the village, the sisters were full of relief and gratitude. Neighbors emerged from their homes, looking at the snow-covered travelers and the protective brother. The sisters' story of survival would spread quickly, and the man's courage would become part of the memory of the village. A stranger who risked his life to save two young women from certain death in a blizzard. The warrior brother finally spoke to the man privately, his voice quiet but sincere. "You have my respect. Not many men would have done what you did. You have shown courage, honor, and skill. My sisters are alive because of you, and for that I am grateful." The man nodded humbly. "I did what I could. The important thing is that they are safe now." The sisters looked back at him one last time, their eyes filled with gratitude and affection. "We will never forget you," the older sister said. "You are part of our story now." A story of survival, courage, and trust. As they entered the village, the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm, golden glow over the snow-covered roofs. The man watched the sisters reunite with their family, feeling a quiet satisfaction. His work was done, and he had helped bring safety and hope to those who needed it most. The journey had tested courage, endurance, and trust. It had brought together strangers and family in a shared experience of survival. It had shown that in the face of danger, compassion, bravery, and honor could prevail. And for the man, the sisters, and their warrior brother, it was a story they would carry with them forever. A story of a blizzard, a rescue, and the bonds formed when lives are on the line.